I was kind of going back and forth about this, but I'm gonna do some new shit.
New shit.
Like, come on now.
Well, new stuff.
All right, come on.
New shit.
Wait, no. I'm gonna repeat everything.
Yes, no.
Okay.
I was going back and forth about this one, but I decided to do some new shit.
New shit.
There we go.
Message.
I'm over here working.
So, bear with me. I do not know this.
No.
This is titled A Crack Crystal.
That's a long contract.
This is titled A Crack Crystal.
Yes.
A cracked crystal, flawed but still beautiful. So being hurt again is what you fear. You try to have a healed heart, but your mind keeps you guarded when love comes near. You're broken in pieces on the inside, but on the outside you look alive and whole. Love could be your spark, but you're now plagued with a guarded heart that's attached to your soul. Flawed, but still beautiful, a cracked crystal, because it's hard not to be bitter from all the games. The heart is not a toy, but it gets played with so much that trust is hard to gain. You've gotten up from being knocked down, but it's hard to forget what floored you. To be shattered by someone you thought really adored you. A cracked crystal, flawed, but still beautiful. Losses in love left you too scared and paranoid. You try not to let your past control you, but you can't seem to get over that painful void. It's hard to push your pain aside, but somehow you have to keep on living. You have to remember that you were hurt before, and it was positivity that made you keep on giving. Flawed, but still beautiful, a cracked crystal, because it's hard to fight all your feelings of pure hate. It'll have you questioning God, because how can someone that's all loving can allow this fate? A cracked crystal, flawed, but still beautiful. You got promised forever, but they played your mind. But I guess they never realized that forever actually lasts a long time. I'm sorry, I was loyal to a foe because 100% love is what I give, so I need you to give that to me. I've realized that love doesn't always love you back, and that's one of life's harshest honesties. Flawed, but still beautiful, a cracked crystal, you try to keep your cool, even though you kept things proper and played by all the rules. Yet and still, in spite of your sacrifices, you got played just like a fool. A cracked crystal, flawed, but still beautiful, because she said I do, but now she doesn't. I thought she would be my forever love, but in the end, she wasn't. If I only knew that things was going to end this way, but I just don't know what else to say. In my heart, there's a wound that's here to stay, but on the outside, I've healed from the scars, or at least it seems that way. Flawed, but still beautiful. A cracked crystal is because it's impossible to forget what gave you a shattered heart. But this piece is just an expression for anyone whose love came to a painful halt. There's hope at the end of all of this, and there's always a fresh start. Don't let that or anything else dim your light, which will be your spark. Using this lesson as a blessing to move on is a move that's smart. Way too many times we act like we're not hurt, but we are. So your pain is the motivation that can be very useful. Just remember that you are a cracked crystal. Flawed, but still beautiful.
Yeah.